Hello, good evening. It's 5 o'clock and I'm Andy Crane with the main news stories in Greater Manchester tonight. A long-serving Haywood GP is warning of the dangers of drinking too much. Dr Michael Taylor says in the 30 years since he started working, he's seen a dramatic rise in the number of families breaking up and the amount of street violence, all linked to excessive drinking.
I think we are binge drinkers rather than gentle drinkers. There's so much that you see that it almost becomes commonplace. We see particularly children of families where there's childhood violence. We see parents incapable of looking after their children properly, and it's just constant, absolutely constant, day in, day out. There isn't a surgery that happens whereby there isn't some problem that has been caused by alcohol.
One of the places individuals and their families go to for support when one of them has alcohol problems is this centre in Levenshulme. Clients live here while they follow a support programme to deal with their addiction. They'll have their own room and, to all intents and purposes, this acts as their home.
I would say a large percentage of the clients that come to us, families have had to break up. Children being taken into care, divorces, and it can be very, very painful to accept and acknowledge that you're affecting your family in a big way. But usually by the time people reach us, that's part of the reason that they want to change. Our main treatment programme is abstinence-based. So when a client comes into that part of treatment, we've got family group. So the loved ones, significant others, can have access to a family counsellor. Then someone who's in treatment with us, if their family's getting support, they've got an increased chance of actually succeeding in treatment. Dr
Taylor's now written to Haywood MP Jim Dobbin with 4 ideas for reducing the problems of alcohol. First, he thinks drinks should be taxed based on how many units are in them. Then he'd like to see the minimum drinking age increased to 21. He wants more licensing controls to tackle alcoholism, and he's calling for the Health Secretary to step in and take more action.
I want the people who govern us, who take our taxes, who decide what to tax, I want them to take cognizance of the fact that extending the licensing hours, thinking that we'd all drink like Italians in Tuscany, really hasn't worked. It needs reversing. To be able to get a litre of 7.5% alcohol for less than £2, that needs reversing. And then the thing that really gets me is the fact that we, in general practice, we're expected to solve this problem by sticking plasters.
The fear is if changes aren't made, more families could end up being ripped apart by those who depend too much on having a drink. James Webster, Channel M Today.